How does the formative assessment tracker help you and the teacher monitor progress towards the specific student learning goal for the cycle?
In my experience in working with teachers, and y'all tell me if this is kind of where you are as well, but in my experience working with the teachers, and the formative assessments are just something that we do naturally as we're co-planning. It's a piece of the planning that is just built in. And yes, let's be real, it may not be every single day an exit ticket
Or printed off
right.
it printed something. It could be something as simple as a question in a book.
Exactly.
It could be number
Exactly.
17
Yeah.
of this, and then you just sort them out. Who
Yeah.
got it, who didn't get it. I mean,
And sometimes
Right.
there is a need for a more formal exit ticket, but a
That's
lot
right.
of times it's what are we doing right now? What can we use?
What is the impact of what I'm doing making on these
The
students?
students.
Is it holding? Is it
Yes.
are we making progress?
I had a
So
teacher
using that
last year,
tracker, go
yeah,
ahead, yeah.
we were looking at it, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I thought so and so and so and so knew this,"
Okay, yeah.
and it was like eye opening that yes, they're good kids, and yes, they're good quote math kids,
Mhm.
but they didn't understand this particular learning target.
And that-
Anna, go ahead.
Well, that part of the standard, so you said learning target, so it's part of the standard they didn't understand. They might have had a
Right.
big picture of the whole standard,
Right,
but there are certain parts nestled within
right.
that a formative assessment, like anecdotal notes or something, will show that
But
the
just
student may
helps
not
you
have
see
noticing
understand
names,
all those
those
parts
things.
and pieces that the children need to
Well, and
know.
I think that's how the tracker has helped me in my cycles to say, okay, here's where we are starting with our pre or post, our pre-task, but then each little learning target, like you mentioned, Ryan, being able to see, okay, this is the piece that we need to spend a little more time on.
Well, that's how I viewed the tracker at first too. I kind of felt like we could use this to gauge the effectiveness of my coaching.
Sure.
But, and what really happened was the teacher would say, "I didn't realize my kids were doing this well." And then she said, "I didn't realize I was doing that well." So it not only, boosts the confidence of the teachers, it boosts the confidence of the students too.
Right.
When we attach it to our learning goals, like if the standard has 3 or 4 parts, we put, the standard as the main, as our pre-task, and then each time we give a formative assessment, we put and then we can see if the majority of these kids aren't getting A, B, or C, well, is it a me problem, or is it a,
That's right.
so I can go back and reteach it.
And that kind of takes
Or
us
we-
to
Or
Yeah,
plan
back
small
in-
groups.
Right. Small groups.
Because it
That
might be
tier
a certain
two
amount
piece.
not getting this part of the target.
Right.
That part is
So then when
It
you go
helps
to
you drill
B,
down.
you can, when you break it down to like A, B, or C, you can physically see right in front of you, boom, he's got it, where my entry point for small group.
And I think it takes some pressure off for the teacher because it's student learning, it's student data, it's student, what do the kids know, who's missing what particular piece, and to me it was just a relief and like, oh look, and then by the time you get to the end you're like, oh look how,
I like that
we
you
have
said
the
that.
evidence.
I like that you said that because it does kind of give it an assets based. So, your teachers are, oh, they don't know anything. Well, yes, they do. Look, we're almost
They have an entry
here.
point.
We might be impartial, but that's just 1 or 2 steps away from a substantial. It's just a quick little fix. So I like that you said that.
So how can the tracker be shared with students, or the information from the tracker be shared with students to help them understand where they are in relation to the learning goal?
Makes me think of your proficiency scales. If students have their student-friendly proficiency scale in front of them, they can see how they're progressing. They can see what parts they need.
That's right.
It also makes me think of my PLCs in that document that I've shared with y'all. Each teacher has a list, and then we put numbers in, and it creates the information. It has the percentages, and so my teachers would share just the numbers. They didn't even share the teacher name. Like, look at where you started.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
they
where
can-
we're going. Like, we
Right.
had most of us were in little accomplishment, but each
Right.
time we've done something, our numbers have
Progression.
grown.
And it moves slowly over to the accomplishing.
And it's the
Yes.
same
Proficiency
with
side.
Standard.
Yes.
So you're gonna see the progression
Yeah.
over the year.
Yes.
And the
That's right.
students see they like, hey, I was in red, now I'm in
Now
yellow.
I'm in
This
yellow.
is great. Yeah,
Yes,
where
that's
and
right.
then they can see how they move.
And they own that. They own where they are
Absolutely.
with that student friendly scale. And so using that formative assessment tracker and giving them that chunk of, okay, if this is where we were, where do you fall within that? And so I love that it gives them that ownership.
Yeah, and it may not be the formative tracker on the RBCT that you're
Right.
showing the kids, but you can
Relate
manipulate
it back.
Yes.
To their student.
To an
friendly
appropriate
scale.
student.
Right.
Yeah.
To their data binder, whatever
Yeah.
that looks like in your
Yeah.
school.
Well, even your most confident math students, when they think that they can do all the things on the scale, but then when you say, what evidence do you have for that?
The
It's that
evidence.
formative assessment.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they see, maybe they didn't meet all of the criteria to
right.
be able to move across that scale,
That's
to,
right.
to be, placed in a
Proficient.
firm, yes,
Right.
proficient.
Right.
And then they can set goals for themselves and say, well, I thought I was there, but I'm not there. So what do I need to do?
Yeah, that's
Ownership.
student ownership.
Or
Yeah.
that's
Ownership.
ownership. You got that right.
Absolutely.